Here we are then, folks. I have decided to try and vlog the antics of this week's World Seniors Dance Championship. I've just arrived at the Circus Tavern. There it is behind me. Look. Nice little banner over the back. Just driven here from Portsmouth. Been reffing at the Motor Super Series this week. Tournament gets underway tomorrow, but I've arrived early for the rehearsal that we do for TV and to try and get the media area set up. So yeah, I'm going to head inside now, say hello to a few people and see how we're looking ahead of the weekend. So setup's still going on. We are never ever rehearsing on time, just a fact of life whenever we come to these events. So we just popped out to get some snacks. No, can't lie, started a bit of a diet recently, but for the weekend we are right next to this garage that happens to have Greg's, which is like church to me, and they've recently added a drive-through Burger King. So I mean, on the upside, we don't have to go very far this weekend. On the downside, all the work I've put in for the last 2 weeks is long gone. Cheeky bit of rehearsal. I'm about to walk on down the Oche and then play a few legs up on that stage. All fun and games. Up on stage, just played the first leg of practice, beat the boss man Jason 1-0. Say hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Mr. AD Mason hiding. Yeah, I'd hide that face as well, mate. Don't want to break my camera, bless him, but we'll see him tomorrow.
I'll go first this time, Scab.
Same like Phil, the through first. Game on. Nine.
Ruined me.
26. 100. 41. 26. 140. 26. 52. 25. 82. 4. New car 160. 60. 41. New car 100. 20. 28. New car 80. 80. That's all. New car 170. 7. New car 80.
The fish.
44.
Right. 160.
Further down 161. 24. New car 36. Game shown in the second leg. Never.
I might as well have. So, guess who set the camera up for all of the rehearsal and then may have taken a photo with the first lot instead of a video? Yeah, that's me. But that was the last leg. It was good fun. I hit the 109 3 times, banged in a 180 while we were waiting for the tech team. But yeah, rehearsal done. A few more bits to do while I'm here. Back to the hotel. Maybe pop to the supermarket to get some snacks, healthy snacks for the weekend. Get some water in. And then yeah, just sat next to the shirt for the weekend, so we get some bangers on. Promised me a bit more boy bands as per. What a boy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today now. Here we have it then, arrived at the hotel. It's only a couple of minutes as there's two within close proximity to the venue. It's one I stayed in last year with Mr. Boy, so I'll give you a quick room tour when inside, but might take me a couple of trips to get my stuff in, to be fair. Now then, you know what comes next. It's not a vlog, is it? Unless you get a cheeky room tour. I mean, it's Premier Inn, so it's pretty standard, but that's my bed. It's Mr. Boyce's bed in the corner because he's driving tomorrow, so I get the choice, and I'm the boss, so unlucky, mate. Thanks for coming, pal. But yeah, aircon's on, quite warm in here. No more teas and coffees. I don't drink any of that. Bathroom looks okay. There's a bathtub in there. Shall I take a dip tonight before he gets here? I've not got one at my house, just a shower. Strange. But yeah, they're pretty standard. Nice little room. Cheeky little night in the hotel so far. I popped down to see a few of the folks. I didn't notice this earlier, but I've just come back to the car to pick something up before I go to bed. And I've managed to park next to a fish van. Now, I didn't really notice the smell earlier, but now I've come out again. It absolutely stinks. If my car smells of fish tomorrow, I'm going to be livid. Morning, everyone. So it's day one of the World Seniors Darts Championship. I'm heading down to breakfast with a few of the crew, the stage guys, the referees, and all of those folk before I head down to the Circus Tavern. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Been treating myself to a bit of cricket this morning. I checked my phone to see it was 33 for 3, put it on the telly, and they've scored 150 runs since. So spoiler alert, it's not going very well. Although that's a wicket. Go on, Ryan. We've got one more. But yeah, I'm off to get some breakfast, and then we'll start there. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to vlog actually in the venue this weekend. Obviously very busy with what we do, but I'll try and give as many updates as possible, and then we'll see how it goes. Here we have it then. As you walk into the foyer, we've got the merchandise stand, both sides, silent auction as well. Through the main foyer, got the draw bracket on the wall for the fans coming in. We're going to fill that in as we go along, so we can keep up with the tournament. Title sponsors Jennings are in the foyer too. Say morning, guys.
Morning.
There we go.
Morning, everybody.
If you're having a flutter, then up through the main doors and into the arena. This is the side bit. My section's over there. We've already got stood next to that screen. But this is the main arena. We'll dawdle in and have a look at the table. There's the walk-on. Had a go at that yesterday. In. And then we have advertising the match play, which is taking place later in the year, and the Masters. And there is that magnificent stage that Ray and Bobby are now live. The tournament's underway. DJ Lee's in the background. Haas, the director. Camera shots. There we have it on the air right now. Here we go then, just moments before we do get underway. We can see some of the big name players ready to go. Martin Adams has got a fancy shirt on once again. We can see John Part sat just down here. If we look further ahead, Mike Huntley, Richard Eric Rowlands, Jim McEwen's in the crowd as well. Plenty of the guys here to check out the atmosphere so far. Okay, here we go with a little behind the scenes peek at the World Seniors Darts Championship. Here's what's going on live on TV right now. Haas is our director right there. Jason, one of the tour directors, and we are live on TV with Ray Stubbs and Bobby George just here. The crowd in the background ready to go for the first session. Well, what a session we've had so far. We are midway through the second game of the second session. Richard Eric Rowlands, a qualifier, is currently 1-all with Neil Duff. He missed about 9 darts to win the opening leg of the match. Never looked like he settled after that, but in set 2, he just won 6 perfect darts. 7th, left something to behold, but it's been a brilliant afternoon so far. We've had plenty of guest commentators. Russ Bray was in there for game one. Richie Howson's in there at the moment. We're going to hear Keegan Brown again, and then a bit more Russ Bray later on tonight. But it's just been brilliant so far. Here we go then for day 2. Arrived at the venue nice and early, a little bit loud as the lorries go past. Apologies for not saying anything at the end of last night's session. It just takes the wind out of you when you have a dramatic ending to the session like we did last night. First up, big shout out to Lee Richardson. Never ever open your mouth again. He may have said we were in for an early night when Lisa Ashton led 2-0 in the very first game. How untrue that became. Before belting matches last night, another full day of action today and a big announcement come in regarding the 2025 World Seeking Stars Championship. Time for Friday night at the Circus Tavern, and I for one cannot wait. Bit of a rush this afternoon, although we have been out for food. I completely forgot to vlog it, if I'm being honest. Myself and a couple of other guys did manage to nick off for a cheeky Nando's in between sessions. That is because Tony Oche had to withdraw earlier on today due to a finger injury. I mean, we only had the 3 games this afternoon. Andy Hamilton receiving a bye. On to Friday night then, and if we take a walk through the Circus Tavern, the foyer is building up pretty nicely. We make it into the main room, and every single part of the Circus Tavern is open tonight. Both bars are open. We've got plenty of folk there. Say hello to Kevin. The guys are checking everybody's tickets, but as you walk in, the atmosphere is building really nicely. All of the back seats are ready, and that glorious stage is ready once again, just behind me there. Look. Nice little moment coming up here at the Circus Tavern in front of a packed out crowd on Friday night. We're about to give a special 10-year-old a walk-on here at the Circus Tavern. Him and his dad have been to virtually every single event so far. His name is Lennon Wolf. He has been signed up to the Target Elite 1 development program, and he's about to be awarded with a special prize from the managing director of Target, Gary Plummer, up on the Circus Tavern stage on a bit of a walk-on himself. So I'm going to try and capture that moment, and I'll include it in this vlog.
Lights. Oh, look at these wonderful people. Not everywhere, but thank you so much for coming along and eating the darts. And before we get the action going, we've got a special announcement to make. So can you please welcome to join me on the hockey from Target Darts, Mr. Gary Plummer. Welcome on board, Gary. Okay. I'm going to read a couple of words, okay, and I want you to get involved. Okay, Target Darts are thrilled to announce the signing of 10-year-old Lennon the Force Wolf to the prestigious Elite 1 program. With a remarkable journey that began at the tender age of 3, Lennon is showing exceptional talent, dedication, making him a perfect fit for their youth development initiative. So then, folks, from Brandon in Suffolk, England, can you please welcome the Force, Lennon Wolf! Keep going. Thank you so much. We thought we wouldn't make much of a fuss of you, Lennon, but hey, we got to do it. Absolutely wonderful. You're going to see a lot more of this young man, of course. Youth Darts absolutely flying at the moment. And to present the award, of course, Gary from Target, and of course, Stu from the Stowmarket Youth Darts Development School, because this young man is the youngest ever dart player to be awarded the Target Elite 1 program. Congratulations! One more time, give it up for the Force. Lennon and gentlemen. Thank you.
Another update time from the Circus Tavern here, and the big news is Phil Taylor is out. He's beaten in his last ever game on the Circus Tavern stage. It's over there somewhere. Beaten by the German Manfred Bildo, 2 sets down, brings it back to 2 apiece, and then beaten in a 5th and final set. I'll be honest, it wasn't the best we've ever seen from Phil. There has been a gradual decline since we've seen him play throughout the World Seniors, and perhaps the end of the season is the right time to hang up the darts, which is a shame for all darts fans, for everybody, because Phil has been such a big part of this sport for so long. But yeah, beaten by Manfred Bildo. Richie Howson rings out across the Circus Tavern because the Owl has just beaten John Part in straight sets to book his spot in tomorrow's action here at the Circus Tavern. That might be a little bit too loud for him to do his interview that he's supposed to do up on stage, because upstairs is being used for other activities, shall we say. But that is the wrap on today's action. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, for the last 16. It's been a really eventful day, one that we've seen the end of Phil Taylor at the Circus Tavern. He was beaten by Manfred Bildo, the German. An event where we only seen 7 matches today, actually. Tony Oche withdrawing earlier due to that finger injury this morning. It's been a bit carnage here, so apologies again for lack of updates. One more thing to note is that I have had issues with storage on this phone, so it's going brilliantly other than that. But yeah, that's the update for now. Maybe one more when we get back to the hotel as we wait to interview Richie up on stage. Here we are then, guys. It is day 3 of the JenningsBet World Seniors Darts Championship here at the Circus Tavern. We wrapped up last night with the big news that Phil Taylor was beaten by Manfred Bildo in his final appearance up on the Circus Tavern stage. Richie Howson then did complete a 3-0 win over John Part to book his spot back here in today's action. He actually plays this afternoon. A really good crowd in last night. The place was absolutely rocking. There's only one Phil Taylor. Certainly made it look like the comeback was on at one point, but he was beaten in that 5th and final set. Today, all of the last 16 matches are going on, so 2 sessions of that before we head into tomorrow. Potentially some big news coming as well. By the time this goes out, obviously the news will be out, but we are expecting the 8 players for the Champion of Champions to be announced by the end of this weekend. Not sure if we're going to get the draw or not this weekend, but it's certainly something to look forward to. Obviously, there's 3 names already on that poster: Leonard Gates, Phil Taylor, and Martin Adams. So big things on offer for the players here today. Not just the £30,000 prize money for winning it all at the end of tomorrow, but a spot in Blackpool as well, where potentially more money awaits for them. I said I hadn't given you much behind the scenes, but actually I've got a bit of a chance now. So I'm going to give you a wander behind the stage and show you what goes on. We have it then, our markers and referees little corner. Say hello, gents. Aidy. Sterling job this weekend. You've used that joke twice already this weekend. So where the crew hang out. Mike is the one doing the live scores on Dart Connect for us. And then all this stuff stored back here. And then as we head backstage, we've got dressing rooms there for the referees to get ready in. We make it all the way down through the corridor. And we come to the production rooms right in front of us. I'm not going to show you too much in there. But the glorious life of a commentator. This is where Chris Murphy and Mark Webster have been based throughout the weekend. We've done a few previews in here as well. The glamorous life of living on the road. Breakfast will be from Greg's or Burger King. Lovely. Another session down here at the Circus Tavern, and we've just lost the hometown favourite Richie Howson, beaten by Mark Durbridge in a tie-break situation in the deciding set. We saw 10 legs in that set. The final is won in straight sets, so we're only has to win 12. That's how much of an epic we've just seen here at the Circus Tavern. We're between sessions now. Liam Murphy up on stage just recording the preview for the next session. We've seen Scott Williams here this afternoon, I believe. There's a chance we might see Keane Barry here later on as well. So all the big names are popping out to see the seniors at the tavern, as well as all the players milling about as well, of course. It's been a really good atmosphere once again, and hopefully that continues tonight. Here we go then. It is day 4 of the JenningsBet World Seniors Darts Championship, from the quarterfinals all the way down to a winner. There's going to be a new name on the trophy after Robert Thornton crashed out yesterday at the hands of Andy Hamilton, his first ever game on a World Seniors Darts Tour stage after he had to bye in the first round due to Tony Oche's withdrawal with a finger injury. It's set up really nicely for the rest of the day. And that's about it so far. I'm just really intrigued. It's been a long weekend so far, one that always pays off in the end, and I can't wait to see what happens. At the risk of being copyrighted, a nice little tradition here at the World Seniors Darts Tour as the fans start making their way in on a Sunday morning. It's a bit of Sunday morning. One last session means one shot at glory, and then there were 4 left in the JenningsBet World Seniors Darts Championship. Jim Long takes on John Henderson before Lisa Ashton takes on... Who does she take on? It's been a long day. Colin McGarry, of course, the Chief. How could I forget him? What an interesting Final 4 that has turned out to be. An incredibly unpredictable tournament right at the start. Some big names making it through, some big name casualties. Obviously, Robert Thornton will not be lifting that title for the 3rd time, which means we will get a new name on that trophy as we approach the end of what has been a very, very long but very, very rewarding weekend. Warm-up time before the final session here at the Circus Tavern. Paul Starr is the man up on stage. Here we go.
Did you like that? No, we didn't. Okay, we're not going to spend too much time doing this. All I'm going to quickly say is, don't forget, folks, make sure that you're giving everything, every player, all 4 of our players, all the best when they're walking on.
Time for the semi-final walk-ons. They're literally about to throw to Paul Starr.
Welcome
now,
along to the
been
party.
next to DJ Lee for the entire weekend. It's not a bad little view here. Let's take a look.
Yes, this is the stage where the legends played and Jonathan and history was made. This is the semi-final stage of the JenningsBet World Seniors Darts Championship. And a very warm welcome to all our viewers joining us around the world. And we're ready. And those players are ready. And the time starts.
Popped out into the foyer during the World Championship final. John Henderson currently leads Colin McGarry 2-0. This was where all the merchandise was. We've already packed down. That's what happens behind the scenes here at this sort of event. Title sponsors Jennings are still here, waiting to pay out those that might have a bet on the outright market. But at the moment, John Henderson leads his final 2-0 and looks very, very strong. And there we have it. Big Hendo Weekendo is complete. The Highlander is the new 2023 JenningsBet World Seniors Darts Champion. And that, guys, is just about it for the end of this vlog. Apologies if it's not as polished as perhaps it could be. It's been a very, very long and at times stressful weekend. That's what happens at these sort of events. As you can see, look, most of the stage is gone already. Most of the team have gone home, to be honest. There's just a few of the production team and a few members of staff here still clearing up the last few bits that we need to get out of the Circus Tavern. We'll be back, or, well, I'll be back. I'm back to streaming the Pro Tour tomorrow for online darts. Same again on Tuesday. I've just lined up the next series of Motor Super Series, so I've got about 4 weeks worth of non-stop reffing down there as well. So an interesting few weeks and months coming up. Next up for the seniors, I'll be in Reading for the Champion of Champions qualifiers. Now there's going to be 2 of those. Given that there's an extra spot now open at the minute, the board couldn't make a decision on who to include, so we've gone for an extra qualifier. So it's an interesting couple of weeks and months coming up. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog so far. There's no point in showing you back to the hotel or driving home in the morning, so I really do appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you all again soon.